Welcome to our retirement, folks. Morning, folks. Are you all right this morning?
Morning. I am here. Oops.
I meant to show you some footage of the studios and that up at the mill yesterday, but I don't know what happened.
There was some kind of a mix-up, wasn't there?
Jane had a leaflet. She had a leaflet sent to her by a friend, and it definitely said the 27th. Yeah, well, that was it was yesterday of April. Open studios at the mending room. It said.
All right, did she text you?
Did we check the mending room out when we wandered round?
The mending room. The mending room.
We walked by the mending room.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know whether that was when we got up to end.
Yeah.
And your studios,
yeah.
You continue up round corner. I think the mending room was up that area.
Can't remember exactly where it was, but there were no people milling round much. Everywhere were closed. Most of the places were closed. We finished up going to the gallery and asking at the gallery. They said, "No, there's no open studios today." We're flummoxed as to...
Jane couldn't understand it.
She checked the leaflet when she got back home because she forgot to bring the leaflet with her. And it definitely said
the 27th.
27th in the mending rooms.
We'd have thought that other people had known. We kept asking people, didn't we? Do you know where the open studios are? No.
So there were
no signs, were there? Sorry.
There were no signs whatsoever.
No.
So the only bit of film I did is now.
When we used to park right down to the end, didn't we? I thought they did the sewing up there somewhere.
Oh, they might do, Pat, yeah. But I think it's connected with the sewing shop, I think.
Yeah.
I think they sort of,
Organised.
Yeah.
Great, isn't it?
Well, there's the gallery there. We're having trouble finding this place, folks. Oh, there's a door open there.
Are you going to take... I don't want to take photos. Okay, then.
Yeah, that's the only bit of film I did.
We did find a really nice record shop.
Oh,
didn't
vinyl record shop. Oh, yeah. And I bought some socks. Hey, do you want to see these socks?
Oh, have you got them on?
No.
Oh.
I've just shown them to Alethea. And she says, one of them's called Chucky.
Why have you got Chucky?
Why have you got Chucky?
We didn't know what it was.
What's Chucky? It says it's a horror doll and goes out committing murders.
It's that one there, up at top.
That one?
Yeah, isn't it?
Where? Is that it?
Huh?
Oh, right, I'll show them it. Is that support? Oh, right.
It is.
Wow. Oh, just a
Oh,
minute, if
dear.
I can. But that's it there, apparently.
We didn't know.
I didn't know. Thank you.
What's that one?
That's the other pair. I don't know.
Did you show these?
If that is, yeah, sure then. That is based, I don't know what that might be based on.
They attracted his attention anyway.
I just thought they were colourful.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is because he's got the same.
Same gear, bib and breast
Yeah.
thing. Ignorance is bliss.
I thought when I saw him, I was like, wait, he looks. Oh God, that's Chucky.
Chucky, I've never heard of Chucky.
Oh, I have, but
We live in
I never
a parallel
related it to
universe.
that. Mm.
Hey, do you want to hear a funny story about AI? Artificial intelligence. Have you ever heard of Chat GPT? You probably have. Some of you might not have. But, you know, since I've got this studio and I started drawing again, I thought, I wonder if ChatGPT could write me make me a video to advertise my gallery, you know, my shop. So I went on it, and I said to ChatGPT, can you make me a video of to advertise on YouTube for my shop where I sell art? Certainly I can, Mr. Trevor. Certainly I can, Trevor. It says. What would you like me to do? I can do you a video or an animation. I can do a voiceover, and I can put music to it, and we can put some of your images on there from your shop. How does that sound? I said, that sounds good. So it come back and it says, can you tell me what it is you want me to say, and I'll do a voiceover for you. So I typed it all in what I wanted it to say, and it says, that's great, Trevor, thank you. And now can you send me some images? And so I uploaded some images, and it says, okay, Trevor, that'll be fine. I'll get on with it, and you'll receive a wonderful video. Thank you. So I sat and I waited. Nothing happened. So eventually I said to him, where's my video? He come back, I do apologise, Trevor, but unfortunately I'm not able to make you a video. But I can do you a voiceover with some music, background music. Would you like me to do that? So I said, yeah, do that. And waited. Nothing happened. So I said, where's my voiceover and music? Come back. I do apologise, Trevor, but I wasn't able to do your music, background music, but I can do your voiceover. Would you like me to do that? So I says, yes. So I waited, and still not happened. So I go and said, where's my voiceover? I do apologise, Trevor, but I can't do your voiceover. And I said to it, I said, you shouldn't promise to do me things when you can't do it. And it come back and it says, oh, you're absolutely right, Trevor, I am sorry. So that's your AI.
It would be very friendly,
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
it?
It just failed on every respect.
Yeah.
In the most friendly way.
Yeah. Very apologetic, but didn't do well.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And yet every stage it kept saying, oh yes, I can
Oh
do that.
no, promise me the earth. Be warned.
You go with A and
AI, darling, not A and I.
I. Oh, AI. Sounds like you're saying it to somebody, doesn't it? AI. Hi, buddy.
Just robots, aren't they? But anyway, it couldn't do what I wanted. It probably costs a fortune to have all that lot done.
Oh,
really.
yeah, really.
You know, yeah.
Right.
Why didn't it say that?
Oh dear.
So,
Amazing.
what else are we to say?
What else are you to say?
We had a wander around, and then we had to find somewhere to eat where Mick and Jane can eat because they're vegan.
Yeah.
We finished up in a Mexican place, didn't we?
Yeah, in Farsley.
And you ordered something that you didn't
Oh
like.
no. I mean, the presentation of it, just there were.
But it was in a wrap.
It were in a wrap, and the wrap had been cut in half,
Yeah.
and they were stood in tin foil on my plate with a bit of salsa, some jalapenos, do they call them?
You see, you don't know what you're ordering, do you?
No.
'Cause it were all about
And chips.
pulled pork, rice.
Yeah. Well, that were all inside
We're all inside this wrap,
this
wasn't it?
wrap.
You didn't know it was in a wrap.
No, I didn't. Well, I should have known. A burrito, they're called. It
Oh.
were a burrito. I didn't know what burrito was.
Ah.
And the pulled pork, as I was chewing it, I was feeling that it was very. It wasn't hard, but I felt it were hard chewing it.
Oh.
But it wasn't tougher out. It was just, as I were biting it, I was taking quite big bites with the burrito. And
I was joking, yeah.
it was nearly choking me, I must admit. So I had about 3 bites out of that and left it because I couldn't cope with it.
Brought other half home and I thought I'd eat it last night.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
It's come in bin this morning.
So that were a failure. It's funny, but it's very fashionable, this Farsley now.
Yeah.
And all the restaurants and that.
They've got Greek and
They've got all right.
Mexican.
It's all for young people, really, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what they were packed. Other restaurants were packed, and this poor restaurant were empty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was completely empty apart from a woman and 2 children. But Mick and Jane got some.
I got a chilli,
like,
a meat chilli. It was nice, beef chilli.
Little starter pots, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they went for. Portion of chips, portion
Chips were nice.
yeah, skin on chips.
Well, there were fries, skin
Yeah.
on fries.
Yeah,
I don't like skin on chips.
and they like wedges.
Yeah, I
You
don't
don't like the wedges,
no.
do you? But they were quite nice.
Yeah, they were. They were
Yeah.
all right. It's to be up. They're busy on and eat, isn't it? Because they ain't gonna survive long.
No, no. I mean, there is plenty of
There's
places
a lot
to
of
eat.
competition in Farsley. There's loads of places, but
Cafes. And,
not places where we eat.
No.
Although that I don't know whether we would have found anything on the menu at that place we tried, but they didn't have out for vegans. They advertise on Facebook, don't they?
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, that's the Greek one. Isn't it?
Yeah, is it Greek?
I think so. Opposite Co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether we'd have found out on menu we could have, I don't know, because we didn't stay, did we?
No.
No,
because he said
but it looked
we
nice
don't
in
do
there.
vegan.
That Mexican place were a bit
Bit
not very
cafe.
it wasn't on it.
Yeah, but I mean, I suppose if you went to Mexico, maybe that's what they look like there. Sort of wood tables and
Sparse, a bit.
yeah, a bit
Not much
sparse.
atmosphere in there, was there?
No, although they were playing some nice music.
Yeah, Mexican music
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then we came back
Yeah.
and had a chat down here and a glass of wine, and then Mick and Jane
Decided to walk back home. Didn't
walked, and they called in at the Bridge pub,
they? Oh, did
had a
they?
drink at Bridge, and then got a bus uphill.
Oh, right. Oh, that's good. Because it is a steep hill.
It is
that.
high. Yeah, you're not into tackling that anymore.
No, No, we usually get bus at
We
Bob.
usually get a taxi now.
Yeah. if we
Because
go
it's
from
two
here.
buses, it's a pain.
We
Anyway.
did used to do it, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
We used to get the two buses.
We did, yeah.
Get off at Bridge and walk up
Yeah.
to the next bus stop and got that one.
And lo and behold, what were it? They went for a walk yesterday and bumped into that.
No, not yesterday. It what day before?
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday.
Bumped into that murder. Well, what it. And it didn't want a murder.
Two people got shot. Didn't
Shot
they?
with a bow. A bloke with a crossbow. Shot two women. One of them's in serious condition in hospital. Other one's been sent
Released.
home.
Yeah, they came because they go for a walk through some
On
woods.
a Saturday night, there's a thing called the Otley Run.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pub crawl, and they start off at one end of Otley Road in Headingley, get right up at top end, and work their way back to Headingley, calling in at every pub and having a drink in every pub. They all finish up sloshed. It's all students, and it just targeted two women with this guy. And I don't know what he's injured his son. I don't know how, but there's a guard on him in hospital.
Is there?
Yeah. So they ran into that, did Mick and Jane, because they were
out with
in the area
Mick's,
where it happened, and it were all cordoned off like police and that.
They were out with Mick's eldest son who'd come to visit.
Yeah.
They were going on up to Skipton?
Settle.
Settle. They were going up to Settle for 4 days.
From London.
Yeah, from London. And they called in on Jane, and it was their eldest son and his eldest son, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they'd gone for this walk after they'd eaten, and it takes them up through Edgett Woods, doesn't it, and up onto fields at top, and then back round through some, is it university? We did it with Mick.
We
We
did.
called in at that pub opposite the entrance.
Yeah.
Is it Beckett Park?
Is it Beckett Park? I don't know. But
I can't remember.
it's not an area.
That
It's
we
amazing
know.
how many areas of Leeds
We
that
don't know.
I'm not familiar with.
I mean, I know some of that area because I used to live
You live
not
with-
far away from there when I first met Trevor. And I used to
before
go...
you first met me.
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
Well, I was still living there when I met you.
You are in Burley Road.
No, I were in Clyde. I were in Clyde's. I was in the bungalow.
On Burley Road.
Yeah, but if you walk down road, you come to Mick and Jane's house.
Yeah.
It's not far. I used to babysit down there.
Yeah, I know, but that ain't where it happened, is it?
No.
So,
But I used to go down there to play on them fields when I was 13, 14. Yeah?
yeah. Yeah, it's... Sorry, I get confused. We were talking about where that happened.
Yeah, that was a bit further up.
And I said I wasn't familiar with it. I mean, I'm familiar with where you lived,
Yeah,
but I wasn't familiar with where that happened.
no. But as I say, I used to go down there with my friend Julie, and we'd hang about on bars and different things. They had these bars up there. I think there used to be a school up there, big school. Used to go walking round. Quite adventurous then. Can you see me climbing walls? Brick walls?
In a tomboy.
Yeah.
No.
I was.
I find that.
I used to play with two lads. They were twins.
Kelly's.
Kelly's. Yeah. We used to go climbing, and then we'd go up to what is it, woods near.
What? When the change occurred? Because you weren't like that when I met you.
No,
You were
well, I
only
mean,
15.
yeah, well, I'm much younger. I think it was they had bikes, and I tried to ride one of their bikes, and I come off. And at the bottom of the streets there were a field, and it was called the Lemmy, and it had a brick wall on this side, and my grandma lived in the end house near this brick wall, and I used to go play round there, and I tried to ride this bike, big bike of one at Kelly's, I don't know which one, and I came off and hit my head on this brick wall. It had like buttresses that stuck out on our side every so far, and I went into the corner of it and cut my head on top.
Oh.
To go to infirmary.
And that put you off bikes?
Stitches, that put me off big bikes. I rode a 3-wheeler when I was little, but couldn't progress to the 2 wheels.
When we were in Waddingham, I tried to get you to ride a bike, didn't I? But
bought one, didn't we?
yeah.
A small one.
But it frightened me watching you ride it.
Yeah.
I just saw you
Saw me
falling
in front.
falling under every lorry or every car that passed. It was horrible.
Apparently I used to swing about on it, move my bum about.
Yeah. You used to sit in a most peculiar
way.
yeah, on the bike, as though, I don't know, your bum were over one side and your body were over other. It was really strange.
And there were flat roads.
There were no hills.
And not much traffic.
No, it's a good job.
I was always frightened that if someone came by me,
Well, you used to wiggle about. You did, you wiggled about. You didn't...
Sit still.
Weren't straight.
No coordination.
Now, Tracy's a bit like that.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
You don't ever want to put our Tracy on snow or ice.
Ooh. Yeah, hey.
She just freezes.
Yes, she does, yeah.
You just...
We were once up near, what were it?
Bronte country.
Where Brontes used to live.
Yeah.
Hour. And it had snowed and it were a bit icy, wasn't it? Oh, and she got on this piece of ice and we couldn't move her.
She just would not move.
She froze. And I mean, she wasn't small.
And it happened again in Otley.
She was about 19, 19, wasn't she? It happened again in where?
Otley. There were a bridge going across the river.
Yeah.
And it had been frosty. And she just couldn't walk on that bridge. We had to walk up road, side of the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely got that lack of coordination thing off you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, she can ride a bike, but she don't like it, does she?
Well, she fell off.
She fell. She was brave enough to get back on that one.
She just stopped. Didn't put her feet down on the floor. She just went, whoa.
Oh dear. Consequently, Alethea don't ride a bike either.
No, Leafy don't ride a bike either.
No.
It's funny, isn't it, how it's come down?
Female line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my mum used to ride a bike when she was younger.
Right.
Feeling.
Any road. We're going shopping today, I think.
I think we are.
I don't know. When I organised that trip with our kid, I don't know whether he said he couldn't do it this week.
Oh, did he? Right.
Because I can't understand why I booked it for next week.
Right. Yeah.
I thought we were going on Wednesday.
He
This
did.
week.
He thought this week we were
I
going.
thought it was this week.
It's not. It's the
I've
following
been
week.
saying to Pat, "Oh, we picked right week. It's going to be really nice this week."
I kept thinking,
You watch it
Why?
and chuck it down when we go.
oh dear, why is he telling me about this week? We're not going anywhere this week.
I don't understand. I don't understand how I've done that.
No.
I'm just thinking. I wonder if our kid had told us not to book this week.
Oh,
Because
don't know.
you know he's got this thing going on
Yeah,
with this aqua stand.
Aquastan.
I don't know whether he said I'll probably get tied up this week with it.
All right.
Um,
Right, could have been then.
I think there must have been a reason why I didn't book this week, because I would have wanted to go this week.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because we didn't have out in this week.
no, it's blank is our diary this week. Well, it was, but we're going to Mix on Thursday, back again, because it's his birthday. He's 82,
On 1st of May.
so we're off across there.
Yeah. We are. Jane says I've got
20 years we never saw one another. In wilderness years.
oh dear. Well, Mick had been through all that with his mum, hadn't he? Because she'd married someone who were religious.
Yeah, she did, in America.
And
Yeah,
he said it were awful, didn't he?
he did, yeah.
So
It is.
he didn't want to get involved again.
Ain't it strange that how why should a relationship with Christ cause so much trouble?
Mm.
But it does.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't.
Did you see the match yesterday when that man, I don't know which one he was called, Man City player, he scored a goal, and he lifted his jersey up, and underneath it said, "I belong to Jesus."
Yeah.
A shout crowd.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not seen them do that before.
No. Yeah.
I mean, usually they have some. I'm going to be a daddy or
Yes.
some crazy thing.
Yeah. They all go,
Yeah. Rockabye
or
baby.
shove ball up the jumper as though they're pregnant. What's this? A dummy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, baby's sucking the thumb. I don't know.
gold.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
On that cheerful note,
Yes.
we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye.